We're here in the desert just outside of Palm Springs, and we're all enjoying some trail sushi. Yeah, well, if you think I'm crazy for taking sushi out on the trail, stay tuned because I've got 4 great lightweight packable recipes to take along that will change your mind. You can actually eat sushi on the trail. And if you think I am crazy, Chef Corso, for suggesting that you take raw fish out on the trail, well, you're right. We're not doing that. None of the ingredients that we have today are actually perishable, and they're ingredients that you probably are packing along anyway. I also love this recipe because you can cook it for one person or for your hiking crew. Let's get cooking. Chef Corso, we're here somewhere in the desert of Palm Springs at some oasis we found, and it's time for lunch. But I'm here with 2 members of the Boca crew here, and we've got Tiano and DP. And where are you guys coming from?
San Francisco.
Orange County.
Nice. And we are cooking trail sushi today. And we're gonna go ahead and cook up some rice and talk about some ingredients for our trail sushi, plus how we're gonna wrap it all up.
Speaking of, Chef,
Yeah.
Sushi in the desert, is that the right call?
I mean, that's a fair question. Well, none of the things that we have here are perishable.
Okay.
So we're not taking a raw salmon, we're not taking raw tuna out. If you are a hunter or fisherman, or I guess more fisherman rather than hunter, you're not gonna hunt for your fish. But if you're comfortable with fresh salmon, fresh trout for this kind of thing, you go nuts, but you do you for your trip and what you're comfortable with. All of these ingredients that we're going to show you today are non-perishable, super packable, and can last for multiple days on the trail. We also have some for you vegetarians out there, a sweet one. So we've got kind of choose your own adventure as far as the trail sushi here today. But first things first, we are going to talk about how to wrap up our sushi. And here are a couple ingredients that are very available and super lightweight. So we've got some seaweed snacks. So both the full sheets of sushi and nori, I just found this at Vaughn's or Ralph's today in town, and also these handy seaweed snacks that are at most grocery stores now or the Asian grocery stores. Super cheap, really lightweight, and a fun ingredient to pack along. But what we're gonna do first is cook up our sushi rice. So once we get a couple cups of rice in our pot here, and I'm cooking on a jet boil stash here today. This would work with any camp stove. And actually, we'll put the water in first and get that boiling. And I'm gonna give you some fire. There you are. Okay, let's get this thing ripping. Yep. Nice. So we're gonna let this boil and then just cook up our instant rice. So pretty easy and straightforward, but a couple ingredients that we're gonna add to make it a little bit more like sushi rice is a little bit of rice vinegar. If you have some mirin, you can also throw that in there, but also just a teeny bit of sugar. And I love using these sugar packets as pack along ingredients. You can even use the fake sugar if you're trying to monitor that as well. But we're just gonna add that in there to give us a little bit more of a sushi rice experience. This will just take a few minutes to boil up. And while this is sitting, we're gonna go ahead and prep our ingredients for each of our flavors of our trail sushi. So DP, have you ever used a camp stove like this?
No, my first time actually.
Yeah, how you feel so far?
I'm impressed, really. Lightweight, easy to pack,
Super
quick to
small,
assemble.
right? Yeah, and you can cook food, a really great meal anywhere. So for this one, you know, we're at basically sea level here today, so it's gonna just take a few minutes for this to boil. But if you're at a higher elevation, it'll just take a few more minutes depending on your temperature and your elevation. For the rice we have here today, we just have instant, so just the minute rice, so nothing super fancy. And looks like we're boiling. Nice. So Tiana, why don't you throw that in there?
All right.
Nice.
Did you turn down the flame?
Turn down the flame, and we're actually going to take it off the heat and let that hydrate and steep up here. Be careful it doesn't slide off your rocks. But while this is still on, we're going to do a very, very important step in making our trail sushi. So you can't quite see this, but the flame is still on. But I want to toast these up just for a second. Maybe not that long. But be careful, but just a little bit of heat will wake these up nicely. Smell.
Wow.
Let's try it with these bigger wraps so you can see how that goes. So just a quick little hit just like that, because they will start to wilt up.
Yeah.
But that will give us some really great additional flavor in there.
You know how the flame brings out the flavor?
I mean, heat does magic to food. Wow, look at that. Be real careful. Here, get a
Like a
shot.
s'more.
Man, this one's so green. A lot of really great protein, really great fat in there, good texture.
Good to add now.
Yeah. So for this one, we've got kind of a tropical adventure. I've got some freeze-dried banana, some dried mango. You could also use some pineapple, some macadamia nuts, some shaved coconut. But I couldn't find any coconut to store today, so we're doing a little bit of a hack with some mounds. And what you also can do is hydrate this up with a little bit of the pot water, if you like. But we're going to just keep this kind of dry trail snack and a little bit of crunchy texture. So for our last one, we've got smoked salmon or canned salmon and these awesome mushroom crisps, and we ran out of bowls. So we can easily use this little container that was in our seaweed packet for a bowl. Just always make sure to pack it out. Easily follow the recipe, but if it looks like it needs a little bit more, needs a little bit less, you're the chef on the rock, so go nuts.
Mushrooms in the desert, perfect combination, especially in Palm Springs.
Sure. Nice. Well, you guys did a fantastic job prepping all of our trail sushi combinations. But as a reminder, we've got our tuna, mayo, and sriracha, so kind of our spicy tuna. We've got our veggie and kind of actually pretty high protein with our edamame, snap peas, and some avocado. We've got salmon and mushroom, and we've got kind of the wild card of the group, which is our tropical adventure. But what did you say about that one when you were mashing them in?
Smells great. Like,
yeah.
It just came out, tastes good.
Oh man, I can't wait to try that one. I've never actually tried that one, so well, it's a little bit of a recipe test here as well. But how we finish this and how we're gonna eat this, so we got our sushi rice here, and we're just gonna give that a taste to see how it is. Yep, tastes like rice. But it's a little bit of acidity and a little bit sweeter. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab our seaweed here. And get a couple spoons of our rice. A couple spoons of your favorite mixture. You can open that up for me.
Yeah.
You want to give me a little drizz of some soy sauce from some packets that I know you have in your drawer right now.
All right. Whoop.
Oh, yeah.
Got a little bit there.
A little bit there. Oh,
that good
yes,
or more?
That was great. Yeah, a little more. Nice. Perfect. And you know, you can burrito it, You can taco it, you can sushi it.
Any tips on rolling and folding?
Well, I like to do cover up the butt, wrap around, and that way you have kind of a nice cone. And depending on your fill, but that way you've got it kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Make sure to eat that. Make sure that the bees don't get it. Wow, that's really tasty. So you guys want to build your own?
Sure. Take a sheet.
Just take a sheet, fill it up. But wow, this is super tasty and definitely different than your deli sandwich. But this is the great thing about cooking outdoors, and the great thing about cooking with your buddies is you're cooking together.
Thank you.
It's way more fun to meal plan, way more fun to cook together.
All right.
Wow, look at that. Which one are you gonna go for?
I think I'm gonna try this
Yeah?
guy. Yeah, get a little heat.
Yep.
Do you want me to keep going? That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
And then do a little bit of the bottom, I guess. And wrap this side. Uh-oh, that's some cracking.
That'll happen.
Not sure if we're in Palm Springs or Hawaii.
Oh my goodness.
All right, give it a shot.
Nice. That work for you?
Mm-hmm.
And so for these smaller sheets, you can just make some little bites. Or you can make a bowl out of it too if you really don't want to go through this whole rolling situation, but some of that's kind of fun. So you can just do a little bit of that salmon, a little bit of that mushroom into a bite. And especially because these small seaweed snacks are much more readily available.
What's that? Warm food? Helps.
Warm food does a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually impressed.
Yeah, what are you impressed by?
I'd
Really,
be
the
happy.
mango. It's kind of like a relief after a hike.
Nice, you get a little bit of nutrients, a little bit of sweetness, for sure. You know, I'm gonna try this combo of Mounds Bar, mango, and banana before. Never had that. Damn, that's good. So what I would suggest for you guys out there, because this is a lot of food, granted we are feeding multiple people here, but I would probably just pick one or two depending on your crew and your dietary restriction. But what I'm tasting so far is to have something savory, like that tuna and that spicy tuna, and then have a sweet one for your dessert. So you've got kind of your savory main meal option, and then you've got dessert sushi, which never knew existed, but
Yeah.
sounds pretty good. You guys want to try another one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. Snag a little as well. Don't mind. Thank you.
Want some extra spice on there? Want some soy sauce?
Why? Wait, what was this one? Still
Got
got
soy
one,
sauce over there?
yeah.
I still got mine over here. And you can mix and match too based on whatever you like. So maybe you can throw the tuna and the spicy with the edamame and the peas. You can also throw some ginger powder, coconut milk powder.
Sneak a little wasabi out here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that spice is great.
Wow. Trail sushi. Who would have thought?
Right now.
Well done.
Do you have any other questions?
What's your favorite so far?
You know, actually that bite with the combo of the tuna, the spicy, and a little of the pea, that was probably my favorite bite.
A little mix and match.
Little mix and match party.
Tiana, what about you?
I mean, this is something crazy. It's really good.
Right.
Yeah, desserty.
Yeah.
Almost a bit of a sundae going on.
Ooh, a little Sunday experience.
Right.
Okay.
But I love the spice in that
Yeah.
with the warm rice. Couldn't try these two yet.
Nice. Well, thanks fellas for joining me on the trail today, for giving us a full meal deal for our trail sushi. You guys are great prep chefs on the rock here. But
Well done, Chef. Tiana.
thanks fellas.
Thank you.
But get out there and try this trail sushi. Let me know what kind of combinations you're liking out there. But you can have sushi on the trail. Get out there. Boca boca.